If you are living with chronic pain, but you want to try something other than medication, a new study might just be for you. Right now, joining us is Dr. Eric Garland with the University of Utah College of Social Work. So let's talk about behavioral treatments for chronic pain as kind of an alternate option.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so at the University of Utah, we're offering free behavioral treatment for patients who have chronic pain, who are taking opioids as a way to cope with that pain. And we want to provide them an alternative, something to help them to reduce pain in addition to their opioids.
And so what kind of treatment are you talking about? What are you guys offering?
So we're offering mind-body therapies like mindfulness training, cognitive therapy, and social support. So all of these types of therapies help change the way patients cope with pain by teaching them a new way to think about their pain and a new way to shift the focus of their attention away from pain onto parts of their life that are more meaningful, more joyful, and give them more of a sense of purpose in life.
And you know, a lot of people say, okay, that sounds okay, but there is actually science behind it, and you're not just trying to get someone to think about a positive thing. It can actually make a difference.
That's right. So I brought this brain to show you what that's all about. So when we experience pain, pain is carried by the nerves in our body up our spine and into the brain, and the pain is relayed into this brain up the spine and into the brain. So our thoughts and feelings, which are really happening in the front part of our forehead in the brain here, the prefrontal cortex, actually can change the experience of pain. They can actually, like a volume knob, turn the volume up on our pain when we're stressed and upset, or turn the volume down on our pain when we're feeling happy or focused on parts of our life that are more meaningful and full of purpose.
That's fantastic.
So if we teach patients how to change the way they're thinking and change the way they focus, it will actually change the way their brain functions. And if all pain is in the brain and you change the way the brain works, then you can change the pain.
I love that. Now, is one of the goals to kind of reduce opioid use? Because I know there's a lot of focus on that right now, to use those as little as possible. Is that another of the goals?
Well, we don't try to force that on anybody. So patients have a lot of different goals. You know, some people are happy with the way they use opioids, and then we just offer them extra support to alleviate their pain. But some people are interested in reducing their opioid use, and if they're interested, then we can offer free therapy to help them to do that.
Is completely getting rid of opioids a potential possibility?
We have had a number of patients who've been able to successfully completely come off their opioids as a result of being a part of this study.
Fantastic. So people probably sitting at home right now are saying, I would like to try that. How can people become a part of a study, and how's the process to do that?
Yeah, all they have to do is contact us. So they can send us an email at utahpainstudy@utah.edu. Or they can call our phone number, which I'm hoping you're showing on the screen there.
Yep, we are right there. Call or text that information.
So we offer free therapy, and we also pay people to be part of to do the research, and so that can help as well motivate people, and it helps us learn how to better help people with chronic pain.
You are definitely changing lives, so it's a great opportunity that people can be a part of. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
We do appreciate it. And if you have any more questions, of course, all that information will be found on our website, abc4.com.